All right, have and have not fans, you know the drill. If you haven't done so already, or if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. That way David doesn't pimp slap you as hard as he hit Veronica. Because you know what? I don't want to miss out on any new content. Well, actually, excuse me. I don't want you to miss out on any new content I post on the channel, whether it be a video or a live stream. So also hit that bell notification icon while you're at it. 2 clicks, that's all I'm asking for. And from there, we're talking about, do fans like me, and the reason I say like me is because it's my channel, this is my video, but I think that the David hitting Veronica has definitely been one of the biggest moments of the show in quite some time. I mean, just thinking off the top of my head, some of the top moments in the past, let's say, not just this season, but ever since, 2017, Veronica and Melissa, did they survive the car wreck? That was the big mystery. Oh my God, that's actually Candace's father? When Hannah was like, this is your father. And of course, most recently, David hitting Veronica. And that's, guys, the episode came out Tuesday, and there are still heated debates going on, not just in the comment section of my videos, but in the various Facebook groups I'm in, on Twitter. It's just not, even on Instagram, the memes won't stop. And I'm definitely going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it before this upcoming Tuesday, but maybe I'll wait until sometime this week, later this week. I'll do like maybe the best reactions to Veronica getting hit by David. I've seen some great memes out there. I made a few myself, but this has definitely been one of the biggest talking points of this season. And I do not doubt that the ratings for next week or this week's episode, I keep forgetting it's Sunday when I'm recording this, Smitten is definitely going to be a top rated episode if you ask me, because it's about the aftermath of her getting pimp slapped. I feel that fans have definitely been divided between David being, not a man for hitting a woman. But then you have on the flip side, Veronica has had this coming for quite some time. This is the least of what she deserves. Fans are still split over that, situation. Like on my video, was David wrong for hitting Veronica? Which again, I posted that sucker on Wednesday. You guys have taken it over 20,000 views since then. So thank you very much. But there are over 300 comments on that video. And again, people are so damn split over whether or not David was right or wrong for what he did. And then of course it's all about the people. Domestic violence is wrong no matter what. But then it's like, look at everything Veronica has done. She tried to burn him alive and all this other stuff. But the thing is, at the core, there have been people kind of in the middle who have been saying, guys, what the hell are you talking about? It's a damn show. Let it go. Why do people take the show so seriously? That's why I'm doing this video. Now, I threw my pen down. I feel that, number one, this show, I feel the same way when watching like the CW Arrowverse, like The Flash, Legends, Supergirl, which honestly I kind of fell out halfway during season 3. I'm probably going to catch it. I think it's on Netflix now, so I'll probably watch what I missed. But when I watch those kind of shows, or for the most part, any television series in general, I let my mind flow. Obviously when I watch these shows, I'm critical because I do videos about them, but at the same time, they're like an escape from the real world. But sometimes some of the real world aspects like racism, police brutality, sexism, gender equality, stuff of that nature is implemented into the television shows. This is definitely true of the haves and the have-nots. Domestic violence, adultery, crooked politicians, and the list goes on. But when it comes down to it, yes, it is just a television show, but I feel like a lot of the credit goes to the creative writing, not to mention the actors and actresses who portray these characters, because they feel so damn real. Like, if I ever was given the privilege of being invited down to Georgia to the studios, like Tyler Perry Studios, I think he made a new production company. I think he called it The Dream. Very nice place, according to Whoopi Goldberg. She talked about it in the Jimmy Fallon show, and it sounds amazing. If I was ever given the privilege to go to one of these venues to meet the people behind the scenes, like, I would have as much respect for the people behind the camera as I do with the stars. Let's be honest about that. Because like I said before, Tyler Perry as well as the crew have done an incredible job with the quality of these episodes. Like, The angles, the shots, the lighting, the volume, all that stuff really matters when it boils down to it, especially these trailers, which have been fantastic each Tuesday night. But I feel like if I ever got the privilege of meeting them in person, or just by random chance, if I met one of them out on the street or something like that, I would be inclined to call them by their character name as opposed to their real names, because that's what I know them as best. I feel that, yes, sometimes I get into heated discussions, but I don't really do that anymore on social media. Not that much. Sometimes if I'm bored, if I ain't got nothing to do, if not politics, but about this show or any other television show I watch, I'm not against it if I want to kill some time. But then sometimes I fade out, not because I give up, but because sometimes these debates literally go nowhere. Like some of my, and if you feel like I'm stepping on your toes when I say this next thing, then maybe you shouldn't wear sandals right now. There are some fans of this show that I talk with, and it is literally like talking with a brick wall. Like if you've been on this channel long enough, or you follow my blog when I was doing that, or on Twitter, you know, whenever I say something, I'll let you know up front if it's my straight up. Everything I say is obviously my opinion, but I bring up elements of the show to back it up. Like if I call a character out for doing something in one episode, that's not going to eliminate everything they've done wrong up until that point. Like, you know, yeah, I said in my video about Veronica being slapped, I did feel sorry for her in the preview for next week when we see her with, you know, a bloody nose and tears in her eyes. But that didn't eliminate the fact of all the stuff she's done up until that point, from burning the house down with David inside, orchestrating Maggie Day's death, blackmailing her son, sending Quincy over there, allowing him to get beat, and the list goes on. Like I said in that video, like, you know what? I'm not saying domestic violence is right, but at what point does a man step up and is like, look, I'm not going to take this anymore. Like, you're not going to keep doing to me what you've been doing. Like, remember, it wasn't even about what Veronica did to him. It was about their son. Yes, David hit her for the, well, I think that David went over to the house for the wrong reason, because he thought she was the one that ransacked the condo, but it was Justin. But I feel like the hit was something that Veronica brought on herself, because David kept saying, stop pushing me. Don't make me, you know, you're going to push me too far. And then she went on, you know, just in that drunken stupor, going off in his face, and then started physically beating on him. And then that's when it happened. So yeah, it was something she brought upon herself. Like, again, I sympathize with the women out there who suffer from abusive relationships, where their man comes home from work, or just they're in a bad mood for being in a bad mood, and they take it out on the wife and kids. There are situations like that, and there's no excuse. But for a person like Veronica and Candace, you look at everything they've done. Like, how dare you tell me I should feel bad for them or something like that? Or how dare you cheer when they're getting, you know, some punishment or whatnot? When it's like, people like that are the ones who frustrate me the most, who say, you know, Veronica's their favorite, and it's like, you know, dirty dog David, and she should be with King Benny and all this stuff. I hate those debates, because when I have those discussions, you don't give me anything but what you want to say, which is Veronica's the best, she has no flaws. And if you really believe that, regardless of the fact that everybody has an opinion, I feel like you are dead wrong. Because yeah, Veronica can be your favorite character, but if you ignore everything she's done wrong, then you're not a real fan. Yeah, I said it, so there's that. But when it comes down to it, I feel that this show is a great way to escape from realism. Like, yes, like I said, there are a lot of elements of this show that are in the real world, but we can admit that there are a lot of things about this show that the hell they would happen in real life. Like, don't get me started on Charles, Veronica going into a black man's house, breaking up his shit and everything. No. There'll be some real domestic violence going on there. And I'm probably going to do a separate video talking about, you know, both Candace and Veronica, like, you know, not just her getting slapped by David, but getting stabbed by Jeffrey, getting choked by Jim, being assaulted by Quincy twice, being ran off the road, almost died in a car wreck. Then, of course, Candace being almost killed by Quincy. Hell, Jim almost killed her in season 1, choking her, breaking the shower glass, and the only reason that he stopped was because of that pregnancy test on the ground, which he thought was Candace's but was Amanda's. And, you know, the Malone situation. But how can you say that I should feel sorry for them, but they brought it upon themselves? I know that sounds messed up to say, but if you go back and look at when Jim choked out Veronica and Diane Winchell, that episode, I think it was from season 3. If you look at that scene, Jim kept saying, "Get the hell out of here. I'm not in the mood, Veronica." Even Captain was trying to pull her back, but she kept provoking him. And then, you know, dug the knife in deeper when it came to what about Wyatt stay? Did he enjoy it? And yeah, Veronica was the one that set up Wyatt being raped. So yeah, she deserved to be choked out. I don't care what you say about me. Like, you're a monster. No, I'm not a monster. I'm literally saying she got what was coming to her. So that's like a woman asking her man, like, hit me, go ahead, hit me. And then when he finally does it, you act all surprised and shocked, like, like you literally asked for it. So hey, be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm saying. But when it comes down to, do we take this show seriously? I'm an addict. Like, you know, Wyatt is a drug addict, and freaking Justin is obsessed with Jeffrey. That's me with this show, obsessive, and I'm an addict. Like, if you don't know by now, I don't know what channel you've been on, because who else is doing in-depth videos like this? Like, yeah, there are various other channels who do episode reviews and stuff, but I could be wrong, but I feel like this is the only YouTube channel where I really do in-depth discussions. Like, I'll do my episode review and my trailer breakdown, but then I'll have separate live stream discussions, videos talking about various characters and whatnot. So to be honest, I feel like this is the most in-depth have and have nots channel on the internet. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, this is, you know, not the biggest one, but I mean, because we're only at 32,000, which is not a small feat, to be honest, though. We're climbing. But I mean, maybe with the right push, this channel can definitely skyrocket. But I feel like this is definitely one of the most in-depth have and have not channels out there. But I do take this show seriously because, number one, I'm a full-time YouTuber, so this is my job to do, you know, content, not just on this show, but in general. I feel like this is definitely my baby, if you will, and I just want to keep, you know, helping it grow. And yeah, I admit I do get a bit passionate about the show, but the one thing is, if I go on a rant or whatever, I'm still going to throw facts in there. It's like, look, I hate this character because season 3, episode 2, whatever. Like, I'm going to bring up stuff from the past. I'm not just going to get up here and say I hate Wyatt without giving reasons why, but also I'm not afraid to talk about moments where I actually like Wyatt's character, just to give an example. So to answer the question, do we take the show too seriously? Well, I mean, in a way, but at the same time, it's like, look, don't fault me for enjoying this show. Like, the only reason I talk about this show so much is because I love it so much. Like, yes, I could have definitely done this YouTube channel talking about other shows I watch, like, of course, anime, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, live action, like the Flash and whatnot, or just any other comic book or whatever in general. But this is the show I wanted to do because I loved it so much when it first came on. Do I still love the show? Yes. Is it as good as when it first came out? No. Is it getting better? Yeah, trust me, the first 10 episodes of this season were not that good. They're definitely picking up steam, and based off the season finale on the 24th, this could definitely lead to even a more amazing season in 2019. So I just wanted to ask the question, you know, do you think we take the show too seriously? I mean, that's a yes for me, but at the same time, you know, I talk about it because I care. Let's just put it that way. I talk about what I like about the show, what I don't like about the show. I just want it to be great. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you got offended by this video, then hey, I'm not going to say sorry because I'm just talking my truth. The only reason I'm doing this video is because people, you know, were coming to me like, yo, man, you take the show too seriously. It's just a show. Shut up. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you all soon.